So overall, we reach about 10,000 beneficiaries a year with a wide range of programs and services. But we are one of the 6 official charities. And so the platform allows us to connect with runners.
Oh, like let's say I've registered already and I haven't chosen a charity. Can I go back and choose a charity?
I think you can, yes.
Okay.
And we can certainly assist if you still want to go back in and say, this is my charity of choice. Then you can either donate directly to the organization,
Yeah.
or you can donate via the CMA website.
Oh, yes.
We track the donations. There is a bit added benefit. So a runner can raise any amount. It can be 50 Rand, 100 Rand. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
But CMA has added an extra incentive that if you raise 6,000 Rand or more, you're given the opportunity to be in the C batch. The cutoff for the C-seeding is in May. So those funds, because they need to know for race organization where people are going to be placed. So
I have decided to join HACT.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I've already registered for Comrades and
Yes.
I've chosen you as a charity of my choice. Welcome to this episode of the Runners Podcast with myself, Rotokholo. And today we have our special guest. Her name is Candice Moolman. She is from HACT, which is the Hillcrest Aids Centre Trust. But anyway, if you are new to our channel, click the subscription button, follow us, and if you are a returning subscriber, we say to you thank you. You can also further support our channel by watching more of the content. And today we are going to be talking charity, or can you call it charity? Yeah.
Run for Charity,
Yeah.
Comrades Marathon Association, I'm a BD campaign.
Yeah. So this is a run for charity that so Hillcrest Aids Centre Trust are the charity that we're going to be talking to. So we're going to be talking charity today, and we say to you, we hope you're going to find this very informative as well. So without further waste of time, we welcome our guest, Candice Moolman.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And I'm so glad I could have joined you up in Joburg for this interview.
Yeah, we met in Pietermaritzburg, to be precise, when we attended the Comrades launch. And I know of charity. You normally when I register for even a normal race or even Comrades, I see there's run for charity, donated to charity, and usually I just click next. And yeah, I think many other runners do the same. And we thought, let's do justice to this matter and give information so that runners can be informed as to what are the charities, and what are their responsibility in our community. Can you please give us a background of what is HACT?
HACT is the Hillcrest Aids Centre Trust. So we were founded in 1990 by the Hillcrest Methodist Church, and it was really at a time in South Africa when the HIV and AIDS pandemic was just exploding. There wasn't treatment. There was a lot of stigma and misunderstanding around the disease, how it spread, who got it, what it meant, and it was ravaging communities. So a small group of people came together and said, how as a faith community can we respond? We need to be proactively trying to change this pandemic with the resources that were available, with the knowledge that we had available. And so Hillcrest Aids Centre Trust, HACT, was born. And it really started as an education campaign, even going door to door, looking for those who were infected and passing away, often alienated and ostracized from family and from their communities because there was so much stigma. fast forward 35 years, we know so much more globally within South Africa around HIV and AIDS. So where we started as very much an AIDS response, we're much more, our programs are around risk reduction and addressing vulnerabilities within community and households and families to help them live healthier, more empowered lives, which reduces the risk of HIV, but so many other social ills within our communities.
So it started as an educational program. What is it at the moment? What are some of I don't know what we call it. Okay, at the moment, what's your responsibility to the community?
Okay. So overall, we reach about 10,000 beneficiaries a year with a wide range of programs and services. And we really try and take a wraparound approach, knowing that risk and vulnerability can manifest itself in so many different ways. And, whether young or old and working or not. And so we try and empower families and communities in a way that addresses issues of health, financial independence, family strengthening, so there's healthy relationships in the home. Because families who are able to take care of themselves and have the skill set and the relationships to do so often can avoid so much risk. So some of our programs involve, one is grassroots soccer. It's a Goals for Life. It works with primary school children in grades 5 through 7. And it uses soccer as a way of just teaching healthy messaging, healthy values around HIV and AIDS, TB, stigma, healthy boy-girl relationships. In high school, we have a peer education program.
Okay.
So we take youth in at grade 9 and walk them through a 4-year journey through matric. And for them to be positive agents of change within their community, looking at their academics, but also looking at having a voice to change what youth are doing, what youth are thinking, and challenging really healthy living.
So you're shaping minds, basically.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do for a real positive impact for change.
So are those only some of your outreach programs, or can you mention many more that you...
We have many more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please just mention them.
Sure.
So that we can have the full picture.
Sure. We have a gender-based violence program. So we've worked with over 2,000 girls and young women around self-defense, around positive agency so that they deserve to be safe and protected. We've also started a complementary program for young men, also around gender-based violence prevention.
Yeah.
To be have healthy masculinity, bystander intervention. We have Wozomoya is one of our biggest economic empowerment programs.
Okay.
So we work with about 4,000 local crafters. We have wonderful crafters in our communities, but they often, and I'm wearing some of the Wozomoya, our bling.
So the beads
work,
that you wear
beads,
here.
and they do small projects to huge projects, like the map of Africa that is at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in the presidential suite. The huge beaded map of Africa was one of our pieces. The Oceans Mall in Umhlanga, the Christmas decor.
I know
with
that
life-size right now, life-size Christmas balls. That was one of our projects, and it's really giving our crafters market access. And again, many of the households are able to have a sustainable income, which again reduces risk. We have a grandmother, our GoGo program, our GoGo support group program. We have a network of about 2,000 grandmothers who meet for support group, financial activities, community gardens, home gardens. We have our annual GoGo Olympics. So we have about 800 grandmothers who come together to compete. And the healthier they are, physically, emotionally, financially, the better they are able to take care of their families, which often involve orphan and vulnerable children. One of the heartbeat programs of ours is our Otandweni unit. That's our 24-bed inpatient care unit.
Oh yes, I wanted to come to that to understand, because it's got AIDS in it. So I hear you talking about the community outreach programs, but this AIDS one is not mentioned as to how you guys are tackling it.
So Otandweni is about 15 years old. That's our 24-bed inpatient unit, and we really specialize in late-stage AIDS and cancer care for children and adults. About 40% of our patients are admitted with cancer, and we've really seen that change over the past
Where is
years.
the facility?
It's on our property in Hillcrest,
Okay.
but we'd have a wide. We get patients referred from throughout KZN, even outside of KZN occasionally.
Oh, really?
Because there is such a shortage of hospice and palliative care service providers.
Yeah.
About 15 hospices have closed or downsized nationally due to funding challenges after COVID. And so our unit has an increased demand on it. And so as I said, it specializes in late-stage AIDS and cancer care, and it's really one of the only ones left in our region that can provide that kind of care.
You seem to be having your hands full of things that you guys are engaged in. And then how do you get funded? Or how do you get money to run all those? Like, for example, the facilities, your facilities, how do you get money to run them?
Funding is hard. As companies and everyone, the economics are hard right now.
Yeah.
And charities feel that much more, as we are often dependent on the generosity and the beneficiary of others to share, to keep our services and programs like ours open. We try and have a wide variety of donor and partner base, whether that be churches or foundations and trusts that we speak to, but also individual donors that come alongside, that believe in our mission. We have a 35-year track record in the Valley of 1,000 Hills, which is right on the Comrades route.
Yeah.
And it's so big, small groups, individuals, we really rely on our community to help keep our doors open and our services available.
And how many staff do you employ, whether permanent or temporary?
We have 94 staff.
And that's huge.
It's a big, and we take in about 10 to 20 interns through the year, and that's part of our out-of-school program to give young people an opportunity for work readiness, to practice skills in a workplace, to again change their trajectory so they have experience when they're looking for work or when they're wanting to branch into entrepreneurship activities.
So I think what brings us together today is Comrades.
Yes.
When did your relationship with Comrades start, and how did it start, and how is it going, and how do you benefit from Comrades?
Okay. If I can take a step back, Comrades Marathon Association has their Ama Bidi Bidi Race for Charity campaign.
Yeah,
And
I know about that, yeah.
I believe that started in 1996 and has raised a phenomenal something like 76 or 80 million rand for charities.
Yes.
They take 6 charities at a time that they then give the platform to for runners to connect with.
Yeah.
So we began our relationship with the CMA in 2017 as one of the official charities. And since then, we keep getting permission to come back. It's a 3-year grant that they give their 6-year charities,
yeah.
so we have to reapply each time. Comrades during COVID was a bit of a funny time, as you know, a few years were
It was
canceled.
a difficult time.
It was a very difficult time. But we are one of the 6 official charities, and so the platform allows us to connect with runners, and we invite them to make running Comrades is a feat in itself, and anyone who takes that on deserves to be commended.
Yes.
But there's also a bit of an incentive to say, let that run represent even more if you choose a charity and choose a cause to run. It's a huge heart and physical feat to run Comrades, but that added piece of I'm doing this really to help others and to serve community, or to run for a cause that's near and dear to a runner's heart, I think is extra special.
Yeah, definitely. And here I'm a Comrades runner. I'm going to enter for Comrades, and I don't know what to do, because I think there are 2 options, whether you donate directly or you choose a charity. So in this case, I would believe I have to go and choose one of the charities of my choice.
Yeah, when you register on the
Comrades website,
on the
yeah.
Comrades website, you are able to choose a charity, or you can go back in on your profile and still choose a charity.
Oh, like let's say I've registered already and I haven't chosen a charity. Can I go back and choose a charity?
I think you can. Yes.
Okay.
And we can certainly assist if you still want to go back in and say this is my charity of choice. Then you can either donate directly to the organization,
Yeah.
or you can donate via the CMA website.
Oh, yes.
We track the donations. There is a bit added benefit. So a runner can raise any amount. It can be 50 Rand, 100 Rand. Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
But CMA has added an extra incentive that if you raise 6,000 Rand or more, you're given the opportunity to be in the C batch.
And as,
The C batch seeding.
seeding, because we know a seeding. I know the other countries they use a batch. Yeah. So it's if you raise an amount of 6,000, you are allowed to go
Yes,
to C.
you can move up. And for some runners don't need the C-seeding,
Yeah,
but others, and the majority probably, would really appreciate that
Most
extra
definitely.
5, 8, 10 minutes if they were further back in the pack. So that is an added incentive.
Yeah.
You don't have to raise 6,000. Any amount is appreciated, but it is an extra incentive. And we come along, as HACT, we come alongside our runners and say, how can we help you? Do you need ideas? Because we've had runners who their company may help, or their family, or their church, or
Yes.
having a cake sale, or we've had runners try all sorts of different and weird and wacky and wonderful ways to raise funds.
Because that was going to be my follow-up question, to say I can go in and register and say I've chosen HACT, but then I don't know what to do. What would be my next step? Do I wait for HACT to contact me? How will they know that I've chosen them as my charity of choice?
So on the Comrades website, if you register with a charity, your details are there. Those details are shared with us, which allows us to contact you as a runner who has agreed to say, I'm running for HACT, and then our team is very happy to get in touch with you to say, thank you so much for coming on to our HACT family and team. How can we help? These are some ideas, but also we walk you through the process up to race day.
Okay, thank you for that. And if I've registered, when do I now start to raise funds, maybe to achieve that 6,000? Because I think for most of us, it will be an incentive that we would wish to accomplish and to get the C-seeding. So when do I start?
As soon as you've registered, you can start.
Okay.
You get the green light, you can start to fundraise. That is then all tracked against you as a runner as to your goal and or how much you've raised. The cutoff for the C-seeding is in May. So those funds, because they need to know for race organization where people are going to be placed. So the cutoff for that is in May.
Oh, when I think it's when we do our final verification and we submit our qualifying times. That is when they close this
for the C-seeding.
For the C-seeding, yes.
But runners are able to raise funds outside of that or in addition to up to race day, and I think there's like a week or two period afterward where all any leftover funds or pledges or commitments can be wrapped up.
And how do I get the funds to be transferred to HACT? Because now let's say I've registered and I've chosen HACT. How do tomorrow I wake up, someone wants to donate something. How do I go about that?
So there's two ways. One, you can register your donation through CMA.
Yes.
And or a contribution can be paid directly to HACT. If it's paid directly to HACT, we then take that proof of payment and register it back to CMA. So it's tracked against you as a runner. The advantage of
direct
to one of the charities, then you're eligible immediately for your Section 18A certificate. like we're a registered PBO and an NGO, so we can also offer you directly a tax certificate.
Yes,
yeah. So that's either way. We would track your donations with it's through CMA. CMA then kind of pools the funds for the charities, and then those funds get deposited after Comrades.
So I'm an individual. I'm running in my individual capacity. But then can I donate under my individual capacity, or can a corporate help to donate?
Can be either. It can be from you as a person, you as an individual, it can be from a company, it can be from a school, a family. Yeah, it can be in any, particularly if you're wanting the tax certificate.
Yes.
Then we need the right details, obviously, to issue that as per the SARS regulations.
Okay, and just something that I think I've missed when you did your introduction. Is HACT only operational in KZN, or is it also operational here in Gauteng?
So our catchment area is really the Valley of 1,000 Hills.
Yes.
That's the semi-rural area at Tequini West. It's on the Comrades route. That's really our geographical focus.
Yeah.
For our patients, we are getting referrals outside of Etequini, a few outside of KZN. But our geographical focus really does remain KZN, Etequini West.
And what? Okay.
And the reason for that is, South Africa, KZN, and Durban, Etequini have incredibly high HIV prevalence rates.
Yes, I know about that.
And so our communities have prevalence almost double that of the national average. So that's really why, as an AIDS center, why we really continue to focus our efforts and our services on those communities.
Thank you for that clarification. And how do you, let's just elaborate a little bit as to how do you help runners who are not, who are clueless, to say, how do you help them with the steps to raise funds, those ideas and so forth? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So we're a very warm, welcoming team. We love to have new and experienced runners come on and run for HACT, race for HACT. And so we really want to encourage runners wherever they are. Some have absolutely no fundraising experience and find the whole concept really daunting.
Yeah.
We'll give them some ideas. We'll share some previous successes of what have worked with other runners.
Yeah.
Others are more experienced and have raised and have stayed with the charity for many, many years. We have ambassadors, we have champions. We can connect runners together to, again, bounce ideas or brainstorm. We really want to make it as easy and painless for runners.
Yeah.
They're already busy training, and we're very aware of that.
Yeah.
So we really want to support them in their journey of supporting us and supporting community.
And I don't know if you are at liberty to mention who are some of those champions or ambassadors that you have that maybe we can identify with as runners?
So Dean White is one of them. He is the founder of Beloved Long Runs. He's
I think I know him. He's
well
a KZN
known
guy.
in the KZN community, and he's done amazing work. He's raised millions for HACT since he joined, or since he came on, and since HACT became one of the I'm a BD charities.
Yes.
And he loves to share his story and what has worked. And Blanche Moyla has run for us in the past. We've had, very experienced Comrades runners, and then newbies as well, that it's their first or second Comrades.
And how much have you managed to raise with Comrades, just to have an idea of, let's say, maybe last year or ever since you guys have become part of the Comrades beneficiary program?
I think our most successful year, runners raised 1.2 million. Last year was a harder year. We raised about 750. And that it has impacted us. It does impact our unit.
Yeah.
So we look forward to 2025 being an awesome year and surpassing what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
And there are other ways through the Comrades campaign that we are able to raise funds using that platform. One is selling merchandise at the expo, so the 3 days prior to Comrades Day, the expo. There's one in the big one's in Durban. There's a smaller one in Pietermaritzburg. That also is a platform that we can connect with runners.
Yeah.
We give gift bags to the runners who have chosen to run with us, but we can also sell merchandise. There's also the win-a-car competition, which
I've seen it at the
CMA
expo.
makes available.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful Toyota that's available again next year. And so we can sell raffle tickets.
Yeah.
All charities get raffle books to sell, which our runners are also, we can connect with.
Oh, so can I also get a raffle book to
Talk
sell?
to us and we'll get you your book.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
But if okay, let's say a raffle book is 100 tickets, for example, and a ticket is 100 rand
50
each.
rand.
Oh, it's 50 rand.
Yep.
And how do you know how many tickets are on a raffle book?
I think about 100 are in a book.
So, if I manage to sell one book, maybe let's say it raises, is it 500 or 5,000? So that counts towards what I'm towards
that gets collected differently. So that's for the win-a-car competition.
Yeah.
My
question was, does that count as
no, that wouldn't.
Yeah. So is a percentage of that goes into my pocket?
That's a separate. So that is a separate. It's a way for the charities. So we will get our books from January.
Yes.
We can start selling the raffle tickets. We have a QR code which makes it easy for people to also buy raffle tickets. The website, CMA website, will likely be selling raffle tickets that way.
Yeah.
But that is separate from the
runners.
Understand,
yeah.
It's just an added way for charities to use the Comrades opportunity and event to raise funds.
And
last year, I think the guy who won the car had only bought one ticket. So for 50 rand, he got a brand new car.
Yeah, and I think I missed the car draw because I wasn't at the expo at the time. But tell us about your stand at an expo, because I think runners would want to visit your stand and see how they can. Sometimes during the year you don't have that money but on the day of the expo, you have got an extra 100 rands, 50 rand. How can the runners support you at the expo?
Okay. So all the 6 charities have a stand at the expo. We're all together. We're selling the Emma Beady Beady merchandise, which involves the beads, the hats, the pins, the CMA Comrades branded merchandise. Then we're also able to bring in our own. And because of the creativity and particularly isiZulu beadwork, we have a very beautiful stand. This last year we had a beautiful set of wings that people would come and get their picture taken in front of. And it was all out of recycled plastic, which was part of our upcycling department at HACT. So that's a way that runners too can connect with us. We had a QR code of just they could look at and read more about who we are, what we do, why we do. They meet with our staff and volunteers. We used the opportunity to connect with brand new runners who had never heard of HACT before.
Yes.
And hear our story, but also we could hear their story. What brought them to Comrades? Some are new to Durban or new their first time to South Africa.
Yes, yeah.
And also then say, hey, we're here next year. If you run again, consider running for HACT.
Oh, can I run for charity if I'm outside the country?
You can. Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So we love our local runners. We love our international runners as well.
And where can runners or anyone find you on the socials, or even how can they get in contact with you?
So our website, hillaids.org.za.
I think I'll put it on the description because we might miss some of the wedding day. Yeah.
But all of our socials, we're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and our socials are there. The email address raceforhact at hillaids.org.za. And we would love to connect with anyone who's interested in running.
And I see you wearing a beautiful red HACT T-shirt.
Yes.
Do the fundraisers get maybe a pack from HACT that they can use to as part of their branding?
Yes. So at the expo prior to race day, we make a point to connect with our runners and encourage them to pop by our stand.
Yeah.
Those who have raised over a certain amount, we have a beautiful gift bag. And anyone on the route who may be wearing a red tutu, chances are they're linked with us. We make that available too. We love to see a few red tutus run by.
Oh, so your ambassadors or your fundraisers do wear red tutus?
They have an option.
Okay.
Some.
So they've got an
choose,
option of
they
using
don't
a red
have
tutu.
to.
Yeah.
They get their beautiful pack regardless. But we do have shirt and just lovely items in there, just as a small token to say thank you so much for their efforts. Again, regardless of how much they've raised, to really say thank you for helping to journey with us, so we can keep our doors open and keep our services available.
Just in closing, your parting shot, what is your message to the runners that want those that want to maybe become part of HACT, and even those who are still not sure whether
Sitting on
to
the fence, yes. Runners are already tackling such an amazing feat of running the Comrades. It's an iconic race, and how special to run it with an added value of saying I'm running this with charity or for charity in support of our local communities. As of the Hillcrest Aids Centre Trust, HACT's vision is healthy, empowered, and AIDS-free communities. And we would welcome and invite any runner to join our family, join our team, to help us see our vision become reality.
And I think, let me just, I'm not biased to HACT, but
you're allowed to be biased.
After I've met you at the Comrades launch, I have decided to join HACT.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I've already registered for Comrades, and I've chosen you as a charity of my choice. And I haven't gotten contacted by HACT yet, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to. It will be my first one, but I'm looking forward to walking the journey with HACT, and making a difference in our community.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we look forward to having you on our team. And for those runners who have been on the race before, we're often on Fields Hill, outside Kearsney College, and with a big red stand. You can't miss us.
You are next to the is it Kearsney College?
Kearsney College. That's where we've been the last couple of years.
But I usually see those, a
whole sea of
those
red.
Disciplined students that
we do have high school students who help out. Yeah, race day's such an amazing event, as anyone who's been there knows. But yes, a sea of red, cheering on all runners.
Yeah.
As I've said, anyone who attempts and manages Comrades, my hat's off to them. It's amazing. And how much more to make it that much heartfelt to run for charity.
Maybe I need to just check something before we close. Are you doing any running? Have you been inspired to at least run a kilometer or two since being involved with Comrades?
You're asking me this on social media. I don't know. Is that fair?
No.
I do a few park runs.
Yeah.
They might be more park walks, but yes, I do. I have some of those under my belt. Yes.
Park run is 5 kilometers, and 5 kilometers is not a child's play.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. You add enough park runs, you'll eventually get to Comrades.
Definitely. Yes. But thank you for allowing us time to catch you whilst you were busy with your commitments for the day that you've come to accomplish here in Johannesburg. And thank you for your time, and we hope to have a good working relationship. And I think I'll come to Durban or in KZN just before even the big C, and I'll pop up and just meet some of
absolutely.
Your
We'd love
staff,
to show you around, to give you a tour, and just really see who we are and what we do.
Yeah, and thank you. And that brings to an end our conversation with the CEO of HACT, Mrs. Candice Moolman. And we say to you at home, like, subscribe, and comment. And hope most of us who were not familiar with running for a cause will join in and support HACT and other charity organizations of your choice, because we cannot force your hand to say join HACT, but yeah, I will be running for HACT this or I will be partnering with HACT for this upcoming Comrades, and I'm running to do my personal best, guys. So what will be a better time to do my personal best whilst running for charity and say we love what we do and do what we love. We will see you in the next episode. Sharp, sharp.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.